Yo, you only need to know 3 types of chords to make beautiful R&B and plug-in-B beats. That's what I believe. Now, if you disagree with me, watch all the way through till the end of the video, and if I can convince you otherwise, then you have to hit the subscribe button. Deal? Alright, bet. Let's get it. Alright guys, right now we're in the FL Studio. We got this Purity preset loaded up. For the sake of this video, we're going to be using the C major scale just to keep things as simple as possible. And we are going to start with an F major chord. Now, if you don't know what makes this an F major chord, I highly suggest you check out the video right here. There I go in depth about basic scales, chords, and a whole lot of other stuff. But just in case you want to finish this video first, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation. So a major chord is a triad composing of a 1, a third, and a fifth. And there's always 3 spaces in between the 1 and the third, and 2 spaces in between the third and the fifth, as opposed to a minor chord, which would be the same triad, except flipped around, where there's 2 spaces between the first and the third and 3 spaces between the third and the fifth. Got it? Gotcha. Bet. Now we are going to take this F major chord and turn it into an F major 7th chord by adding a 7th note on top. And notice how there's 3 spaces in between, so the pattern goes 3 spaces, 2 spaces, and then 3 spaces again. Now here's what that chord sounds like. Pretty bright, elegant, you know, demure. Bro, we using demure in 2025. That's crazy. My bad. Alright, so this is our F major 7th chord. Now we're gonna make an E minor 7th chord. We're gonna start with our E note right here. Skip 2 spaces, 1, 2. This will be our third, and then skip 3 spaces. This will be our fifth. And then add a 7th, keeping the pattern going. Skip 2 spaces. Now we got our E minor 7th chord. Now lastly, we are going to add a D minor 7th chord. Here's our D. Now this will be our 1. Now we're going to add the third, skip 2 spaces since it's a minor chord. And then skip 3 spaces for our 5th. And then another 2 spaces for our 7th. Now here's our D minor chord. Pretty simple so far. Now for our last chord, we're gonna add what's called a dominant 7th chord. So we're gonna come back to this E right here. Matter of fact, we can just copy the whole chord over. Bam. Right now we have the E minor chord right here. And to make it a dominant 7th chord, all we're gonna do is take this 3rd note right here and bring it up by 1 semitone. Now why did I do that? So a dominant 7th chord, all that is a major chord with a minor 7th. So remember, our E was a E minor chord. Now if we bring this 3rd note up, that makes it an E major chord. Notice there's 3 spaces between the 1st and the 3rd, and 2 spaces between the 3rd and the 5th. And then if we skip another 2 spaces, then we have a minor 7th, thus making this a E dominant 7th chord. Now the reason why we're adding this dominant 7th chord right here is because this helps us transition from this note to here in a smooth, jazzy R&B kind of way. And given that this F right here is the 4th note in the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Camera died. Again. I meant light died, not camera. I need to remember to keep this thing charged. But yeah, like I was saying, if you're wondering why we chose to put the dominant 7th right here, even though this G sharp is not even in the scale, is because we are transitioning from this right here to this chord right here. Now this F is the 4th note in the C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because we're trying to transition to the 4, we use a dominant 7th chord on the 3rd. And that's just a general rule in the major scale. Dominant 7ths on the 3rd tend to sound nice transitioning to the 4th. Now if you want a better detailed explanation of this, check out this video right here by Carlton Mabel. He does a way better job explaining it than I can. And I learned a lot of my knowledge about these types of chords from him, so you'll be getting it from the source. Now let's listen to what the whole thing sounds like. I don't know if you can hear what I mean, but it's there, trust me. Now with that being said, these are the 3 chords that you need to know, and once you know these, making R&B, plug-in-B, jazz chords become a whole lot easier. The major 7th chord, minor 7th chord, and a dominant 7th chord right here. Now if you're familiar with these and know when to use them, you'll be able to make beautiful chord progressions in any scale. But back to our chord progression. To make this into a full melody, I'm gonna take this chord, shift it right here, play this out, then I'm gonna take these bass notes, duplicate them, bring them down an octave. Now that sounds cool, but it's not strong enough to hold on its own, so we definitely need to add some melody, and how I'm gonna do that is by strumming the chords. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the 2nd chord. And the 3rd one. Now I'm gonna hit Control A to select all, and then Alt S to strum. Doesn't that sound a whole lot better? Okay, so after playing with it some more, here's what our whole melody sounds like. And it's nothing crazy, I just built it up, added some top melody on the chords that we already created. Then I took those same chords and copied them onto this bell sound. Now if you don't know what preset I'm using, it's this preset right here from Serum. I'm pretty sure I got it from Splice, I'm not 100%. Then I went back to Purity and added this lead. Then I added these strings following the same chords. And it's the Violins 1 from BBC Orchestra. Next I added this stock FL Studio bass. And then lastly, I added these drums from Contact. Those are heavily filtered with effects, that's why they sound like that. Now all together, here's what our loop sounds like. Okay guys, so we finally got the channel monetized and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm dropping a free kit in the description. There's gonna be like 4 midis in there, and I'm also gonna include this loop in there for free. Just a quick little thank you gift. Also don't forget to hit subscribe, especially since we made a deal. But yeah, it's your boy Darkside, y'all be safe. We out.